Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports.
And tonight we've got the Los Angeles Sparks playing against the New York Liberty.
In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefatemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu.
Knowing how confident these teams are behind the arc, I bet the three ball will be flying in this one.
And when that's the case, it really comes down to which team is making them, not just taking them.
Yeah, and they'll both be making them, I think, at a steady clip. These players shoot it so freely because they've got the green light.
Here's Zandalassini.
Pass to Ionescu. Stevens the screen.
And Sabrina Ionescu, good for three.
Gotta love Ionescu's intensity, delivering an emphatic answer.
Cloud outside, picked by Jones. Cloud outside, up top Jones. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
That last three got Jonquel Jones fired up, so she strikes back with one of her own.
On a screen. Pass to Ionescu.
Puts up a three. It's hauled in by the Sparks.
Cloud with it. She's covered by Hahn.
And in the first, little over a minute and a half in.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
Another three for the Sparks.
That 6'6" height coming in handy for Jones, able to see the floor well and rotate it to the open player.
Now here is Ionescu. She's covered by Cloud. For three, Tiffany Hayes hits the three-point bomb.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Now here's Cloud. Jones outside. No good on the triple.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
And in 2023, the Sparks went 17-23. They missed the playoffs by just one win.
They were firmly in before they lost 5 of their last 7 games. So I think a stronger finish to the year is a point of emphasis for this staff.
Now here's Cloud. Pass to Jones. McBride. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets a 3-second call. New York trailing here. Outside, Stevens.
Stevens the screen.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. And Jones pulls it down.
You know, it's not been the best quarter for her as far as scoring. We'll see if she can get back on track.
And there's the call on Stevens. That's her first foul.
First team foul.
Cloud outside. Right outside. Clock at 6. Shoots the three.
Offensive rebound.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Takes great angles when crashing the glass. Jones has mastered the art of rebounding.
Now here's Ionescu. Pass to Hahn. Good, and Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
You know, she caught a glimpse of the open player on the perimeter and sent the pass right over.
The Sparks leading.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
Jones with it.
Now here's Egbo.
Now here's McBride. She's guarded by Hayes. Cloud takes the three. New York with the rebound. Outside Hayes. Here's Ionescu. She's covered by Cloud. Now Hahn. Now Zandalasini. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Here's Stevens. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's Lainey Hamilton. It's a deflection. Here's Zandalasini. Ionescu. McBride covering. Pass to Hahn. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer.
The big setter, Shu. Quick trigger.
The Sparks trailing. Cloud with it.
Lainey Hamilton with it.
To the middle. And stolen by Azare Stevens. Here's Zandalasini. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot two.
First team
And
foul.
that's going to go on Benijah Lainey Hamilton. And at this point in the season, teams usually know what they're working with, what they've got.
Yeah, you know, front offices, coaches, they usually know the strengths and weaknesses of their teams by this point.
Well, it's a good time to work on those weaknesses and get them straightened out before they haunt you for the rest of the year.
And she can't get the first one. And she's good on the second.
And here's Gondrzik. Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
Here's Jones. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Nice start as she's knocked down 3 of her first 4 shots and has hit the ground running in this contest.
Now here's Hahn.
He has 5.
Now here's Ionescu.
Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Zandalasini.
Now Hahn.
Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good.
Now Gondrzik.
And here is Jones. McBride up top.
Pass to Gondrzik.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play. And that ties it up.
She might not have the long-range ability of some other players in this league, but she'll knock down open ones like that.
Zandalasini. Lainey Hamilton covering. Ionescu has it.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of her own, but it's no good.
Well, who doesn't love a guard who can be prolific while also being efficient? That's what Kayla McBride does. She makes very few bad plays.
Well, it starts with great shot selection, right? She makes the smart pass rather than the flashy one. She keeps the turnovers to a minimum. She's someone you trust to read the floor and make good choices.
Now here is Ionescu for 3. And she's good on the 3 ball.
A lethal sniper from outside the arc. The D has to rush Ionescu and run her off that three-point line.
Here's McBride. It's a 3-point game.
Now here's Lainey Hamilton.
Not a lot of room.
Pass to Gondrzik.
Shoots over Alaman.
Gondrzik, shot is off.
And so it's New York with it. Ionescu. McBride covering.
And Gondrzik pulls it down.
She has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it really hasn't affected the team that much.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The idea of setting a screen on that play, it was the good idea, the right idea, but the execution was not.
Yeah, you really want to set a hard screen, but you also want to make sure it's a legal one.
Now here's Alaman.
No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change.
Pass to Martin.
Fires the three. The shot misses. Right outside.
Now here's Angsler. Covered by Gustafson.
Right outside. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
Sort of a picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball, and I think they really got to clean it up if they want to win this game.
You know, it's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing smart basketball.
Pass to Zandalacini.
Now Martin.
Here's Zandalacini. No good with the triple.
Outside, Laney Hamilton.
Tries the spin move.
Now here's Gondrzik. Pass to Parker Tyus. Gondrzik the screen.
Shot high post. And it's Alaman with the rebound.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just the way they wanted, within touching distance of the rim.
Now here's Gondrzik. She's guarded by Alaman. Gondrzik with it. Here's Parker Tyus.
And that's off the glass and in.
That's a clean look they gave her there, fellas. And, I mean, she drains those, so I wouldn't give her too many of those looks if I was the defense.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Liberty leading by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Lots of their points have come from shots inside the key.
And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward. I mean, why change the plan until they make you?
Absolutely.
The Sparks trailing.
Outside, Laney Hamilton. Parker Tyus with it. Working on Harrison. And here's Gondrzik. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Liberty.
Here's Alema.
Pass to Martin.
Gustafson. Zandalacini.
She's guarded by Angsler.
Inside. Harrison with the ball.
And Harrison, solid at drawing fouls, especially when she's going up strong.
It's her first trip to the line.
At the line for New York.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And so she makes both from the line. And it's the Sparks ball, trailing by 5.
Now here's Gondrzik.
She's guarded closely.
Laney Hamilton, that one's good.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Pass to Zandalacini. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the inside. Harrison.
Rebound Cheyenne Parker Tyus.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those when the D's not right in her face.
There's Laney Hamilton.
And it's good. The game is all even.
Her first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
And so it's New York with it.
Pass to Martin.
And here's Gustafson.
And here's Martin. Laney Hamilton covering.
Clock at 4. To the paint. Here's Alema. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Crisp pass into the paint.
We're now around 2 minutes into this second quarter.
And the Sparks call time here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers. Taking care of the basketball has to be the #1 topic in the huddle, I'm sure. They need to tighten things up.
Quarter 2, and we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Angsler. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Three-pointer Natasha Cloud buries it from three-point range.
Well, she sets up so many of her teammates. Nice to see Cloud being the one getting the pass.
And one of the key cogs in Washington's 2019 title run, Natasha Cloud.
I mean, she was huge. The Mystics getting their first title with Cloud as the starting point guard. She's a bona fide clutch player, someone you want on the floor in big moments. She may have been surprised to find herself so open. I mean, maybe that's why she missed.
"11 feet out.
Martin pulls it in.
The Liberty Trail. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Zandalazini. Here's Gustafson. Just 5 on the clock. From about 19 feet. Shoots and misses. 0 for 1 to begin the game. Now here's Angsler. Defense right on her. Here's Endor Fall. Nails the baby hook.
And it's pretty hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats monitor, there's a stark discrepancy. When you look at the assist column, and you see that difference as far as fluidity in their respective offenses, too.
Now here's Aleman.
She's covered by Cloud.
Pass to Martin.
Alema. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
On the wing, Natasha Cloud. She's guarded by Aleman. Here's Parker Tice.
Another one falls for the Sparks.
Well, the lead should be safe. I mean, if they just keep shooting like this.
Yeah, they're on fire and really looking to pad that lead.
New York calls timeout. So both teams changing it up here.
Sparks on D.
Their defense has allowed only 4 points in the quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Zero hesitation on Ionescu's shots. She's pretty much got it all picked out so that once she gets the ball, she's automatic.
On the wing, Natasha Cloud. She's guarded by Alaman.
Shots good by Jones.
You love her presence on this team as a scorer. It has a calming effect for them. She's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Past Alaman. Stevens the screen. Now here's Alaman.
D right on her. Clock is at 3. Free throw line jumper. And Jones pulls it down.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that's gone in their favor.
Yeah, effort and determination on the glass, they really can compensate for a lot of deficiencies.
Now here's Alaman.
Down low.
Stevens.
And she uses the glass on the layup.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Cloud. She's guarded by Alaman.
Jones right side. 5 on the clock.
Left side, Parker Tyus.
And foul called as she misses.
Stevens picks one up.
First team foul. At the line for the away team, Cheyenne Parker Tyus. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's New York with it. 7-point differential. Now here is Hayes. McBride covering.
Pass to Hahn.
The Sparks grab the miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
I think they've been the more physical team, guys, and that's why they're ahead.
Usually the more physical, more aggressive team wins the game.
On the wing, Kayla McBride.
She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Cloud. Over Ionescu.
They get it back. Jones misses. Now Zondalicini. Ionescu outside. On. Pass to Zondalicini for three. Rebounded by Jonquel Jones.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Not the person you want to send to the line. McBride is an efficient, first-class free throw shooter.
She's getting her first free throw attempts of the night.
2 shots.
And the first one falls for her.
Well, Kayla McBride is a good free throw shooter. I mean, is there anything she can't do?
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
They've changed their game here in the second, getting a little more physical.
And look for them to increase this lead if they keep getting to the line.
To the paint. And that one's good. On.
You know, we don't talk enough about the touch of Han. Automatic around the bucket. She's more than tall. She's got great touch.
And stolen by Ionescu. And here's the fast break. And Zondalicini gets it to go.
That's the easiest fast break opportunity an offense gets, off a steal.
Exactly. The defense with no chance to get back.
2 minutes.
To the middle. And that one's good. Jones.
A premier interior scorer, Jones's physical presence is enough to intimidate defenders.
You have to respect how Jonquel Jones has continually upped her game.
Well, she never seems satisfied with her game, does she? Even after she won Most Improved Player, she just kept working to get even better. And the results speak for themselves, as she eventually won League MVP.
Just 2 to shoot. Ionescu. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Tiffany Hayes.
They've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. You got to imagine that their coach is very happy with that.
4 straight passes leading to scores. That's just great team play.
Pass to Jones. The fader. And she gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves.
Ionescu outside. Lets the 3 fly. She's now made half of her 10 shots in the game, and that's her 5th basket.
After having a tough time in the first, she's managed to turn it around here in the second quarter.
Right outside. Pass to Jones. And the layup falls.
Total dominance by Jones tonight. She loves getting to her spots and finding her rhythm.
3 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Ionescu outside. Now Hayes. McBride covering. Stevens with it. Shoots over Jones. Here's Hahn. And that's good. A nice job on the glass, and they pick up the 2 on the second effort.
Such a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. That's what she brings to the table.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Sparks on top. They lead by 4. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. What a game we're seeing from Jones.
She broke out her entire arsenal of post moves in the first half, and every one of them was working.
Yeah, and I'm going to call her the magician because I think she might have even a few more tricks up her sleeve, and I think she's going to break them out as we start heading down the stretch.
And here's Cloud.
Don't give her space! Don't give her space! Mom, watch the cutter!
Pass to Lainey Hamilton.
Jones.
Here's Egbo.
To the inside.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
2 on the clock. 3-pointer, Natasha Cloud.
Nice rebound in traffic. That's what the big is there for.
Now Zandalasini. On.
Ionescu outside.
On a screen.
The drive by Ionescu. Outside Hayes. Zandalasini.
Lainey Hamilton covering.
Right outside.
On the wing, Natasha Cloud.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Stevens. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Ionescu has it. Now Hayes. This one for 3. Connects from 3-point range.
The defense really slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Bottom line is this. Those triples, they sure add up, don't they? They've got to make the adjustment.
McBride. She's guarded by Hayes. Jones left side. Over Stevens. And that one's good. Jones.
A versatile and athletic player with a developed perimeter game. Jones is always a threat when she's out on the court.
Ionescu outside. Stevens takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
Inside. Here's Jones.
On grabs the miss.
New York trailing here.
Pass to Ionescu.
For the lead. That's her 6th field goal today, and with that, she is 6 for 11.
Just on fire from beyond the arc.
Seems like just about all her points are coming from deep.
Timeout called the Sparks. And you look at Ionescu, what a contribution.
Good timeout. She's absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on her much quicker, and they need to figure out a way to stop her from three-point range.
outside. And Jones gets it to go.
She is setting this place on fire. Her shooting has been off the charts.
Ionescu outside. From deep. Egbo pulls it in.
Now here's Lainey Hamilton.
She's got 14. Pass to Jones.
Lainey Hamilton with it.
Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. That's a miss, and it's miss number 2 in shots from the floor. Now Ionescu. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. No good on the wing 3. Loud outside. Back to McBride. Jones. Over Hahn. Jones, no good. Outside Hayes. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Unlike most guards, Hayes operates a lot inside, makes her difficult to track.
And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one. First free throw is good. Off on that one, so she goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but she did get them the lead.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
Jones. She can't get it to go. Azare Stevens with some nice D. Now Ionescu. She's got 17. Pass to Stevens. Back to Ionescu. New York, no good that time either. The Sparks trailing. Cloud with it.
She's covered by Hahn. Back to Lainey Hamilton.
From outside the arc.
Offensive rebound.
Cloud outside.
Lainey Hamilton.
Good on the three-point shot.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of the last 10 points have been assisted on.
Some great passing. They keep on finding the open teammate. Good ball movement.
New York calls timeout.
Start it. Substitution on the court.
Out to the left wing.
Pass to Martin.
Back to Stevens. It's stolen by Jonquel Jones. Here's Gondrzik. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play.
Yeah, I'd say that shot was well within her range.
I hope so. There's nothing like a one-footer.
Outside Stevens. Zandelasini.
Stevens the screen.
To the paint. And the layup is good.
Oh, man. She is so good at making those lead passes.
McBride with the ball. Pass to Jones. Over Stevens. The baseline, Jay off the mark. New York trailing here. And here is Alemán. On a screen. The 3 ball. Alemán, good. So it's the Sparks now. Pass to Egbo. Right outside.
Gondrzik with it.
From the arc. And it's McBride with the foul. That's her first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. And for New York, number 22, Isabel Harrison.
Here's Alema. She has 7. Rebounded by Jonquel Jones. Laney Hamilton on the wing. Defended by Harrison. Pass to Jones. McBride. There's the 3. On grabs the miss.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
And she gets it to go.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Now here's Gondrzik. 5 points in the game. Egbo, she's covered by Hahn. Outside, Laney Hamilton. Again, the miss by the Sparks. New York in the lead. Here's Harrison. She can't get that one to fall. Good defense there by Benijah Laney Hamilton. Now here's McBride. She's guarded closely. Here's Jones. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Shooting as high a percentage as any forward from distance. Jones is a true, textbook stretch forward.
Martin. McBride covering. Here's Stevens. Off target from outside. Now the Sparks with it. They trail by 1. Here's Laney Hamilton. Pass to Jones. There's a screen by McBride. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
You can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, they really hurt.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's New York with it. Now Alema. She's got 7. Three-pointer. And Gondrzik pulls it down. For the lead. Tries again. And Angsler gets it to go.
Well, you love the combination of skill and power that Angsler brings to the court.
Now here's Aleman, defended by Gondrzik. Out to the wing. Harrison with the ball, working on Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
When Shu gets rolling like this, it's huge for her team, and you expect them to try to keep facilitating her.
Pass to Angsler. Now here's Gondrzik. She's guarded by Aleman. Now Parker Tyus. Here's Gondrzik. She's guarded by Aleman. Gondrzik with it. She's got 5. Here's Parker Tyus. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
Assisted by Kaiser Gondrzik.
And here is Aleman. Pass to Harrison. Shoots over Jones. Harrison gets the bucket. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Liberty leading by a point. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And we're set to start up the action in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat.
New York now.
They lead by 1. Pass to Lamont. It's stolen by McBride. Rebound New York. Here's Alemant. Down low. Here's Gustafson.
And Orval with the rebound.
Cloud outside. The tray hits it from three-point range.
Keeping the defense honest. Cloud forces them to pay attention to her out there.
And so it's New York with it. Pass to Harrison. Angsler with the steal. Pass break. Here come the Sparks. That one drops for her.
That's deflating for a team. Coughing the ball up, then having it turn into immediate points at the other end.
Yeah, that just feels like giving up 2 buckets.
Now here's Alemant.
She's covered by Cloud.
Now here's Alemant.
Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Gustafson makes it off the glass.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Cloud.
She's guarded by Alemant. Parker Tyus outside.
And that comes off the assist by Natasha Cloud.
You can't leave somebody open on Natasha Cloud's team because when you do, she's going to make sure they get the rock.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th.
Los Angeles foul. Has to indoor ball. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Liberty, Phillips. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. She's perfect from the line this time. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Now Cloud.
Pass to Angsler.
McBride with the ball. Off target from three-point range.
Well, they're winning despite her errant shooting.
Now here's Gustafson.
She's tightly guarded.
Now here's Alemant.
Inside. Here's Harrison. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Second personal foul.
That's on Kayla McBride.
Well, Harrison doesn't get to the line too often, but she's not the player you want to send to the charity stripe because she can do some real damage.
And she knocks down the first one. And she makes both free throws. For those joining us, 4th quarter here, and we're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Pass to Angsler. Parker Tyus.
With the second effort, and she lays it in.
They've done a great job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting it here in the second half.
New York trailing here. Ionescu outside. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
Once again, she's able to knock down the long-range jumper. It's It's just been her night from deep.
Now here's Cloud.
She's guarded by Alaman.
Down low.
Parker Tyus, good.
Of their last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is smash mouth basketball, guys.
Yeah, they're really imposing their will offensively and getting exactly the kind of looks they want.
So it's the Sparks now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Off with the layup. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
They've done well to stick around these last few minutes.
To the inside. Here's Gustafson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
What an excellent assist. It really led her to the perfect spot.
Cloud outside. Pass to McBride.
And here's Egbo.
Back to McBride.
Parker Tyus the screen.
6 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
And some box coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Ionescu.
And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And here are the Sparks now. Pass to Cloud.
Parker Tyus outside.
Now Enksler. McBride.
Covered by Gustafson.
There's a screen by McBride. There's the triple. Knocks down the 3-ball.
I love how McBride is unafraid of making mistakes, and she really just plays her game and then will live with the results.
Here's Martin.
She's guarded by Enksler. Pass to Ionescu.
Alaman with it.
The shot will not fall. Now here's Cloud.
Defended by Harrison.
Cloud outside. And here's McBride.
Covered by Ionescu.
The 3. Another 3 for the Sparks.
3 points.
Beautifully crafted for maximum efficiency. McBride's a natural playmaker.
Pass to Ionescu. Right wing. Here's Alaman. Launches a 3.
Rebound by Parker Tyus.
Not her best performance scoring the ball thus far.
Now here's Cloud.
And now Egbo. Covered by Gustafson.
Right outside. Lets it go from deep. Gets a 3-pointer to fall.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely, the defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
To end the run. Gets it to go from downtown.
You can just tell that her confidence is up here in this half. She didn't even have a single 3 in the first, but she has made 2 here in the second.
To the paint.
Here's Parker Tyus.
Here's Egbo. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
A nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they've put in on the glass.
They hold a big margin in the rebounding department, completely dominating the boards.
New York calls timeout.
Ionescu has it.
To the middle. Left side, Stevens. It's stolen by Jonquel Jones. Right outside. Egbo gets the bucket.
Once Egbo got positioning inside, it was all over.
And the Liberty with possession here. Trailing by 10. Ionescu, right side. Count the basket.
With great size for a point, Ionescu can just bounce off contact.
And here's Cloud. Pass to Jones.
Here's Lainey Hamilton.
5 to shoot. Takes the three. And the three ball is good.
Since the start of the fourth, Brian, that three-point shot has really been there for them.
Yeah, doing an excellent job, Tim, of finding the open teammate on the perimeter this quarter. The three-pointer is a major weapon for them right now.
Sabrina Ionescu from outside. It's hauled in by the Sparks. Here's Cloud. From deep.
On grabs the miss.
And it's New York's ball. 11-point game. To the left wing. Here's Andalassini. Drills it from outside.
Great read by Ionescu at just about 6 feet. Sabrina is pretty tall for a one. She's able to see the whole court.
Now here's Cloud.
Covered by Ionescu. Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
He can't get that one. Azare Stevens with some nice D. Here's Andalassini.
Lainey Hamilton covering.
To the wing, right side.
Pass to Hahn.
Good, and Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
Wow. Zhu hits the clutch shot with authority, keeping her team in this contest and firing up her squad.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Sabrina Ionescu. First personal foul. Second team foul.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, what you love about Natasha Cloud, she walks the walk both on and off the court. Her voice is very strong.
Their comeback hopes are out the window. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, out the window, and the window has been closed. It's a done deal at this point.
Let's get home.
Tiffany Hayes for three. Rebounded by Jonquel Jones. And so the Sparks take the win. And they came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
They really